Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
So glad you're here, hanging out.
Week after week.
Yep. I am so thankful for this heating blanket that we have right now.
It is very cold.
Yeah. I want to say my studio is in our basement, my basement, and it's normally not bad. I have a heater, so the temperature stays pretty good. But what we found with the podcast is the mics pick up that heating
Who would have thought?
sound.
Mics pick up all the sound around you.
Shitty. But yeah, I got this heating blanket also off Amazon, which I do not. I like Amazon, but I also hate Amazon at the same time.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to pick us up for your podcast stuff, bitch, I love Amazon.
Amazon podcasts.
You are the best.
10 out of 10.
You are the best.
We love Amazon podcasts. However, that click to buy, all the packaging, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's not. There is no reason why you should have stuff delivered to your house at the click of a button.
It's so great and so bad at the same time.
It wouldn't be bad if they paid their people.
I think if you're a big company, you should be paying your employees a decent. And we talked about this a little bit last week. But why can't you pay people $20 some an hour? You know what I mean? It's not that crazy. Just pay people well. Literally nobody would have any beef with your company if you paid your employees well.
That's basically the biggest thing is,
you know what I mean?
You know?
It's like you're going, hey, we need all this money on the back end. So we're going to pay you jack shit to literally be,
right. We're going to
warehouse
pay
all
you.
day.
We're going to pay you not enough, so that way you do qualify for food stamps.
Wow.
So that way I don't have to pay you, but the state will give you free money.
Right.
It's just the loop.
Do you remember when we used to hate Walmart, and that was the thing?
You know what? I'll never forget. A friend when I was in high school was the opposite of all that, and you're like, you ship at Walmart, and this girl was like, hey. If we're thinking about business here, she's like, Walmart and Starbucks are the biggest in their industry.
Right.
Why would you not want to be them?
Right.
They're that's it, And now, after the pandemic, I think people kind of, have assessed their lives a little differently.
Well, and I think Amazon obviously fills a good service. I mean, I've gotten a lot of this podcast stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, no joke. He literally has.
And I've gotten stuff elsewhere too, but it's really easy to just go and find this stuff. Also, if you have any questions about the stuff we're using, we're going to probably eventually just tell you all the things that we're using. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I just watch a bunch of YouTube videos and asked a bunch of friends at work.
We're going to not gatekeep the fact that we don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
I do music.
I think it looks like we know what we're doing and sounds like we know what we're doing, and that's what's important.
Well, I have some good things for me because I used to do graphic design. I still do graphic design. I do video editing. I do 3D animation. I make all my own videos for my music project, City of Pyramids.
Yes.
And I also do all my own mastering and mixing, all my audio stuff. So that's good. I also do a lot of, my own video editing. So I feel like I already know what I'm doing, but when it comes to how to stream on Twitch and how to film a podcast, all that stuff, I had to learn a lot of it.
Right.
Thank you to all my friends who helped me out, answer my stupid questions all the time.
Starts with being curious.
But yeah, I am more than willing to talk to you about stuff. We can put in all the things that we're using. A lot of it's trial and error and being fearless.
Yes.
I know that sounds kind of weird,
but
just do it. Who cares? If you want to film a podcast on your phone, get a phone and just hold the phone next to your face and record yourself or just talk into it. It doesn't matter the quality. I mean, yes, I guess it does because you want it to sound decent, but all the technology now, phones and everything, it's so good. I mean, Elvis Presley would be turning in his grave right now if he's alive or not, or dead. You know what I mean? But all the technology that people have access to, it's so more advanced than what anybody has had. And you could just literally be I'm going to make an album in my bedroom and put it on SoundCloud. And then somebody in, Japan, the other side of the world is wow, that's great. Let's collaborate. And you're just you don't have to have a record label anymore. You don't have to
What's I remember Kid Cudi, Kid Cudi, he said that he did his whole album in a closet.
Yep.
With a mic.
That's
the
wild.
Whole album in a closet. Man on the Moon, that album changed my life.
It's so good. But yeah, I mean, it's just I think it was DJ Shadow. He sampled his entire album. He's just a music producer. And yeah, you just had people like doing just like crazy shit on less stuff than you have access to now.
I mean, I know that you can like film if you have a Tesla, you can, you can do voice recording and everything through that.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
really crazy.
That'd be a weird
Yeah,
podcast and a Tesla.
bougie.
But
There's an idea for someone out there.
right? Yeah, Tesla podcast. But yeah, just be fearless. Just, don't necessarily worry so much about how it looks or how it sounds.
Just try.
Just do it. There are people out there that will probably enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
but it's not about that. It's not about whether people like it or not. It's about
because we like
doing
this.
it. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just I don't know. Everyone always tells me to do stand up, and I think
stand up from the comfort of your own home.
in my cold basement. But I think it's just nice to overcome these fears and anxieties to like get in front of people and do stuff. Because I don't think people care as much as we think they care. I think we all go like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And at the end of the day, like I could give a shit.
Right. They say anxiety is worrying about 90% of the things that never even happen. Right.
Well, and you think about like a coworker, like do you sit up all night thinking about them? Maybe. But do you think that they sit up all night thinking about you? They're probably not.
I was like, are they secretly in love with you?
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, if it's me, but
or me.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of coworkers, we were kind of talking about people coming into your work. Like I've had people kind of hit on me.
Well, it depends.
I am fucking oblivious sometimes.
Oh yeah.
To people coming in. Like I've helped people out and they're cute or whatever. And then
first, it depends on what your job is, right? If you're working in an office, Karen from accounting that's a lot different dynamic than if you're a bartender, if you work in retail, if you're doing anything where people are coming in and out really fast and there's a very high volume of people you're dealing with, right?
Yep.
Things like that. You could be like a basketball room attendant and then you'd really be trying to luck in on that one, right? It just depends on the job.
More towels. They're like, we have plenty of towels. I'm like, are you sure I can swap them out? I can swap out the towels.
I have washcloths. I also have beach.
I only have washcloths. We're out of towels again, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have washcloths.
They're like, man, every time the guy who works with the hat, we only have washcloths. He doesn't even know we don't even shower here. Biggest thing is being a girl is, I have had people who come into my work. I'm a personal shopper. My job is clothes, right? And I'm going to greet everybody as if you're my guest. The expectation is not, I might make a comment in my head about someone being really handsome, but I'm a Virgo. I'm judgmental. So I'm talking about whether you're handsome or ugly in my head anyway. Sorry, can't help it. The filter, it's unfiltered.
Right.
It's unfiltered in here. And I think the thing that's hard is, I think there are moments where I have connections and I really want to know that connection is reciprocated or that connection is felt. But I mean, with my luck, they probably got a boyfriend. With my luck, they probably got a girlfriend. So
yeah,
luck,
no.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've had people that I've helped out, and then at the end they're like, "You're really cute," and I'll be like, "Oh shit, I'm an idiot. I wasn't even paying attention."
I mean, you want to talk about ultimate oblivion? Is that the right word? Did I just make up a word?
Obliviousness.
What is the oblivion?
Being oblivious, right? Yeah.
But what would be the most oblivious?
That.
Okay, so I was really dumb and I didn't know that this guy coming into my work was basically coming into my work to court me.
Okay.
Every Monday on clockwork, or every Monday like clockwork, hot dad would show up.
Okay.
And when I say hot dad, he had a baby, like in diapers,
like a
baby.
Stroller?
Yes.
Okay.
And then maybe like 5 or 6 year old.
Okay.
Super intelligent. Big thing with me is, from working in restaurants and, working around kids, it's just all about being engaging, right? I know if I entertain this kid for a little longer, you're going to be able to have this interaction with me a little longer. Same thing in restaurants, right? And I think the biggest takeaway I learned from like waiting on people with babies is like, if you work at a restaurant and you have like oyster crackers or you have like saltine crackers.
Oh, yes. I love an oyster cracker.
You're a disgruntled
5,
toddler.
Yeah.
No, not even. So babies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Babies in high chairs.
5 months.
I would take them the oyster crackers if they were upset, and I'd crinkle them, and it becomes a toy. They can eat them. You know, it's you know. So with the hot dad that would come in, you know, it was all let's talk about product. Put him in the fitting room, and I, on God, for the life of me, could never remember his name. I saw him every Monday. His name was the same name as one of my brothers. I could not remember it for the life of me. And every, you know, and we write names on doors, you know, when you go to try stuff on, and I just was like, remind me your first name again. And that didn't land, right? Second, third, fourth week. So it was about 4 months. From January, yes.
Dang.
4 months. Every Monday. And it was really cool because, you know, not to spoiler, we did date for a little bit. And it was really cool to hear him tell the story about how he came in to shop, but really I was so fucking oblivious that like he just was like, fuck, I guess I'll go back next Monday and hopefully I can get her number.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so he's just coming in and being like, I need a new clothes.
What's new? And I loved it. Let's put outfits together. Let's do that. You know, it's my job, right? So I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Is that being misconstrued for, you know, flirting with you? And I'll never forget when we dated, he asked me, he looked me dead in the face and he said, do you interact with other people in the fitting rooms like you do with me? Again, I am very much about my job. Right. It is never uncomfortable anything, right? They're in the fitting room. I'm outside the fitting room. It more has to do just with like the banter. And it wasn't until I realized I treat everyone that way.
But what did you tell him?
No, of course not, boo. It's just you. You're my boo. Of course. It's just you, baby. And then I want to say a couple days later, I was talking with someone in the fitting room, and I'm just very cut and dry. Like, I don't want your money that bad. I want you to feel great in whatever you're wearing, right? Clothing is a form of expression. And I'll tell you if something looks stupid on you.
Yeah. Well, and you need to be able to go. I think when you go somewhere where they understand how body works, how fashion works, how clothes fit on the body, and you're like, yo, I'm doing yoga. I don't want my ass crack show. You know what I mean? Like, people need to like offer good clothing solutions.
Well, I think for me, I always need, I can't shop with other people because, again, main character syndrome. My best friend would either go too fast or too slow. So I have a cadence when I'm shopping. And when I come out of the fitting room, I'm looking for anyone and everyone to tell me how this item fits. I don't care if you're sitting in a chair waiting for someone in the fitting room. I'm going to ask you how this looks because I need that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, I could never.
Really?
I would never. I mean...
But that's girl culture. That's girl bathroom, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
If a girl's got some fucked up I hope if a girl's in the bathroom, and you're obviously going to be nice about it, but if you're in the bathroom and a girl got toilet paper on her shoes, tell that bitch.
Right.
Be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I trust people to ask.
Yeah, but that's why you have me as your personal shopper.
Yeah,
so you're asking for clothes, colors, whatever. I take care of you, right? So Monday after Monday. And everyone at my work knew. As soon as he walked in, if I was in the back, they'd run in the back and they'd be like, hey, hot dad's here. And I'm like, baby daddy's here. And I'd like run out. And it was fun and cute. And I didn't really think too much about it. And were there feelings on my end? Yes. Did I ever act on those feelings? Absolutely not. I didn't even know he was single. I had never even broached the situation because in my mind, it's none of my business. I am here to sell you clothes. If you have a wife or if there's a baby mama for the babies, I would hope at some point you would broach that subject.
Yeah.
And you would be like, hey, can we pick out something for baby mama? And I'd be like, great. And you know, and then you could broach that. But I'm not going to dangle the carrot just so I can hurt my own feelings.
I think a newborn child usually means
not in this case.
There's a mom. But I could see if somebody came in and they had like a baby stroller, that to
not
me
fresh.
In my head,
baby was able to like somewhat walk, but
yeah,
still.
But I mean, like a young child, you're just assuming that there's going to be somebody else in the picture,
right?
That it's serious, right? And then you're gonna like go, hey, so where's mommy? And she's oh, we're not blah blah blah.
Absolutely
so,
unacceptable.
I could see
incredibly unprofessional. I would never.
That would be awkward.
So then, 4 months go by.
That's crazy.
And I'm standing with my work wife at work. We worked together the whole pandemic. Love her so much. She was my rock, my little cancer. She was so great. And in walks the little 5-year-old holding a box of crumble cookies And for my crumble cookie fanatics, I'm not just talking about the thin box. You can get a single.
Oh, right.
You can get 4.
Right.
This little 5-year-old had a fucking party pack.
Dang. So hold on.
So
We're going to talk about these crumble cookies real quick because I think you might have heard about them on TikTok.
Oh my God.
They are so fucking good. I don't understand.
Okay. I have, for those of you on the video series, I have a donut tattoo. I also have pizza. The donut means a lot. The donut was my golden birthday tattoo. When I turned 27 on the 27th, I went and got my tattoo. That's golden birthday. So when we were younger and my childhood best friend was born on, oh man, girl, I'm so sorry. I can't remember your exact birthday, but I want to say she turned like 12 on the 12th.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So she got her golden birthday when she was 12. And I remember we were friends.
Right.
And we got to celebrate her golden birthday. And she goes, your golden birthday is when you're going to be 27. And I literally remembered that, like when I went to get my tattoo. And I was like, called her and I was like, remember when we were 12 and we celebrated your golden birthday? Well, we're here at mine right now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And I'm getting a tattoo.
And I love sweets. I love sweets. And I had heard about crumble cookies. I had people talk to me about them. I have never been so close to orgasming than from eating the chilled strawberry cookie. I'm not exaggerating.
So good.
In no way, shape, or form
It doesn't even make sense. It's a chilled, like what?
It's cold sugar cookie, and then it's got the royal icing on top.
Yeah.
That's got to have crack in it.
It's so good.
Like, I don't know what fairy dust they're drizzle. I don't know what they're doing, but I have no shame. I'll eat a whole box.
It's so good. Yeah, I have to like cut them into tiny like little pizza slices because I it's too much. I'll just eat all of the cookies and I'm already fat. So I mean, I have to go like, okay, quarter,
half and half,
eat, and then I'm gonna do this, eat a little bit, because like I'm unstoppable. I will literally just eat it all. So I have to like space it out.
So each cookie is significantly heavy, right? Because it's got this icing.
Yeah.
And I want to say a party pack is 12 cookies.
That sounds about right.
So this little fucking 5-year-old is like
like a pizza box.
She's arching her back backwards. And baby daddy had said that she wanted to be the one to give them to me, which was really cute.
Yeah.
But that little 5-year-old also knows that there's a Lego store within the vicinity. So I think she kind of equated, hey, I see the girl, we get to go to the Lego store. Smart little 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And I was shocked.
Yeah.
To say the least. And I turned and I looked at my work wife and I said, help me. Verbatim. Because as much as I love attention, that immediate like, and he's standing off in the corner with the stroller and the baby and he like waves and she gives me these cookies. Still in my mind, these are for everyone.
Right, right.
Did not assume they were for me. I did get a little turned on, I'm not going to lie, because I know how fucking expensive those cookies are. Yeah. So that means he dropped like $40, maybe. Right.
Well, it's not just like, it's a big.
Right. You didn't give me a $5 Starbucks card. You're like, I took enough time to think about this, to pick them out.
Right.
And I literally grabbed the box from her and I put it off to the side. And then I stepped off and I said, what can I help you with? And it was still business, right? Business. We're talking until he made the statement, I wish there was some way to get a hold of you outside of me coming into your work.
Oh.
And at that fucking moment, bitch, not to relive the SpongeBob meme again, but I have alarms blaring in my head at this moment and fucking SpongeBob running around like with all the papers everywhere. And I just was like, you dumb bitch. He wants your fucking phone number. He has been coming in here to get your number every Monday for the last fucking 4 months.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I had a guy at a bar once who would buy me drinks. And I want to say he was like manager at the bar. And I was just like, I think for the first like couple of times I was like, this guy's so nice. He just gets me drinks. And then I was like, oh, I see. He wants to hang out. Like, I just remember feeling so stupid because I was like, didn't catch on right away. And I was like, oh,
I see. And it's not embarrassing.
Right.
But like, fuck, it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were kind of talking about this earlier, but like, when somebody texts you, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were also talking about like them having to say like, oh, it's Steve, or
Having to announce yourself. So basically, if I am into you and we're at a bar and I leave you my number,
right,
and you choose to text me back, from me, text me immediately.
right.
Don't wait. Don't play a game. I don't care if you're off work. Like I would rather you just
right.
text me. You texting me is not going to wake me up in the middle of the night.
Right.
I would rather you give me. So my big power play that I did in this moment was, I'm obviously a control freak, and I asked him for his phone, and I put my number in his phone, and then I pressed call.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And then it rings on my watch,
Right.
my James Bond watch, and now I have your phone number.
Yep.
So now there's no surprises.
Yep.
Right? It also makes them feel valid because you're like, hey, I'm giving you a real number. Look, you popped up on my watch. Boop.
Yep.
Now I have your number.
Yep.
There's no surprises. Right? But when you do the phone number and I am giving you this, one, I hope it actually like stays with you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Two, I hope it's not a fucking joke in front of everybody.
Right.
Because there are sometimes, working at a bar where there's phone numbers on receipts at the end of the night, and we just kind of have a good laugh because at the end of the night, you don't really fucking remember whose phone number it was, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever write your number on a check that you're doing the tip and this fucking signature, because no one can keep that.
Right.
That gets turned in, right?
Yeah. Fair.
So when I left my number at the bar, it was on the main receipt with no numbers or anything, and I wrote my name and I wrote my phone number down, like, to be prepared, right?
Yeah.
You always just want to be prepared. You don't want to have to like find a pen or anything.
Right,
so you want to have, and the business card is a little too profesh. That's a little
Business card seems a little
too much. I want you to know that I'm like genuinely going to give you my phone number.
Right.
And in that moment, I had him call me and he texted me immediately. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you for the cookies. I'm so excited to share them with everyone. And he was like, every single one of those is for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, say less.
Well, and we were talking too about like guys having to announce
Yes.
that it's them.
It's
So
almost like I appreciate it because I want to know that, it's the bartender I gave my number to at the bar. How many people do you think I'm giving my number to where if I get a random text, hey, beep, 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 something of context, of substance from when we hung out, hey, crumble cookies, oh, BTW, it's baby daddy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because so for me, I want to know that it's like you're the right person,
How many people are you giving your number to?
It's not, but like maybe the numbers got messed up. You could have put the number in wrong. You gave me the number wrong. I could have put it in wrong. And so I always go like, hey, it's Ryan. Is this so-and-so?
Right. Okay. So I think sending an initial text.
Yeah. Initial
First name,
text.
last name.
Well, for me, I want them to know that it's me, because if you start sending out dick pics or whatever pics.
Nothing is more weird.
Any type of pics that you might want to share, or start talking, or like, hey, you're really cute. I want to make sure that is not going to some random wrong number.
I would say a good rule of thumb is you should not be sending nudies if you don't think that person has your number saved. Right?
Fair. Well, not that I would do it initially, like right away. Right. But I think, I want to know
you would
that
be shocked how often that happens.
That's wild.
On God.
I'll get a rant, like just straight up people will be like, hey, how's it going? I'll be like, hey, good. And be like, dick pic. And I'm like,
I will match with people on Bumble, and there is no higher compliment than me giving you my phone number.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't have notifications turned on for any app. It drains your battery. I think it's stupid. I don't want to have something pop up on my phone that's like, you have 5 people sitting in your inbox waiting to talk to you. It's like, I know this. I don't need that. I don't think, thank you. Yeah. So I'll match with people, and then I'll get it like a full frontal nudie, like eyebrows to kneecaps. And then it's
I like those.
Bitch, your number ain't saved yet.
Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
also consent.
Yeah.
You need to let me know there is a wee on the fucking line
on the
waiting
way.
to be open. Yeah. So with the guy I dated long distance, we would send like caution tape.
Right.
Or you would do some kind of like traffic cone, whatever. And so then you knew I'm going to keep my fucking phone in my pocket until I'm in a place to enjoy that. Nothing's worse than a surprise dick.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. You can do invisible ink when you send an iMessage. But yeah, that's true because like I've had people like you just pop up and I'll go, oh, so-and-so texting me. And I'm like, oh shit.
Exactly.
I shouldn't be opening this up in a crowded area.
Well, the only dick pics that are acceptable are ones that are asked for.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so I know that there's a thing with women where they just like, they don't want the dick pic, unsolicited dick pic. But sometimes I just want to.
I only want one if I ask for it.
Yeah.
I would rather have like a front picture of like I'd rather have like, if we're texting and things are getting hot and heavy, you will be able to read the conversation enough to be able to know that I need that I will tell you that's what I need, right? But when you get them and then someone goes, "Ooh, sorry, hope that wasn't too much." That was a little too much.
Well,
that was too much. Yes, that was too much.
So I think a guy's wiener is like their best friend, their best toy. And I think that, like when you went to like a kid's house and they're holding a little toy, like, I want to show you my
Superman.
My Superman.
My G.I. Joe.
I think guys are just like, this is the best thing that I got.
No, yeah.
I just gotta show it to you.
I think that there's some kind, you were talking about beer goggles. I think there's some kind of sex goggles that happens where.
I think guys think that, they think they can kind of advance the conversation. They can do like an advanced college course, where it's accelerated,
AP.
You know what I mean? Where they can just kind of get to that point and the girl's going to go, oh my God, the wiener is so nice. Here's me naked. Now that may or may not work for, heterosexual people, but for gay people, usually dick pics get swapped pretty early. Not all the time.
No, that's not.
Like,
I mean, trust me, I know all about a nudie.
Yeah.
I'm all about the photo swap. Right?
I think people need to like hold off a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I think everybody's different.
It just depends.
Yeah. But I do find it kind of funny because I do hear about
important.
Women are a lot of times they're just guys like, here's my dick, and it's like, I don't think it comes across the way the guy hopes. I think the girls,
it's not sexy.
I think a guy thinks that it's going to be like the girl's like, oh God, I'm flooded right now. Please come over. Flooded? Well, in my story, a lady, that's just what I think a straight man is going to think a girl is like, oh, you flooded my basement. I need you to come over right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in reality, girls are like, yeah.
No, in reality,
good.
A girl is sexting you. She's got her makeup taken off. Her hair's in a pineapple bun. She's sitting watching Netflix, and you think she's sexting you back, and this bitch is keeping you warm.
Right.
Is basically what's happening, and that's the joke.
Yeah,
that's the joke. Sorry to all the dudes out there that think girls are really like getting it.
Yeah.
With my boyfriend, long distance, yes. Phone sex, yes. Sure, that happens.
Right.
But the last thing I want to do is give you my number and get all uncomfy because you're all veiny and just out there. And like, I don't want to see forearm and pee and like, if I don't know how you take your coffee, I don't want to know what your dick looks like.
Oh man. I don't know. I think I'm the opposite. I would, well, I don't know. If they're cute, I'll peep the dong if they're cute. I think there's a level of like what the cuteness level. For me, there is. If you're cute, I want to peep the dick.
Well, there's no saying I don't want to peep the dick. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about chivalry, okay? Fuck. Let me ask you for that dick pic. Let me ask you.
That's fair.
Right?
I think guys, I think there's people need to kind of like,
Well, the one thing I do want to say is the live photo aspect. I feel like I've mastered the live photo as a girl because for me, I'm going to take the picture and blow you a kiss or do something, or like my power move is I'll take a photo and then in the live photo, I'll flash the camera, or there will be something, right? There's some little
extra.
What do you call it in Pixar? A little Easter egg at the end at the end of the bomie, right? It's like chink, chink, nipple. Right?
Oh, that's
funny. Guys send a live photo and you just watch them like I'm like, oh, cute live photo, hot, and then they just let their stomach out. And you're like, oh no.
You gotta be.
And I'm not body shaming. I'm I'm not body shaming. I'm live photo shaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're taking a live photo, you need to click on the thing in the top left to turn off the live photo. And there's nothing is funnier to me than when somebody sends me a picture of them smiling and it's a live photo.
And then you see them stop
they're
smiling.
not smiling and then they're smiling and then not smiling. And it's like, man, just give me the one photo. I don't need all that.
Right.
Like you can turn that off.
Right.
So they just get the photo. They don't get the little bits before and after. But
live photos apple to apple only.
Yeah.
So
I just find it kind of funny. But
so good.
But
also, I mean, circling back, if we're going to talk about dating apps, I mean, I just want to let everyone know who came for my fucking existence about what I said about fucking Tinder. My bad. I'm really fucking sorry. I actually have friends that met, are engaged from Tinder.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think there's exceptions.
No, what I think it is it's where I live, and I mean that by way of it's my location.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
my
That's
Tinder
fair.
is pulling the closest people in my vicinity.
Yeah.
And I live in the city.
Yeah.
Right?
That's fair. Well, I think it's like every dating app. I mean, like I've had the gay hookup apps, like Growler, Scruff, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And different cities have different ones that they use. So when I would go to Chicago, they'd be like, oh, and everyone's on Scruff. And you go to New York and be like, oh, everyone's on Growler out here. And like you would kind of get different vibes of different apps in different cities. Doesn't mean that they were bad. It's just kind of that area had adopted whatever that app is, and most people are on it. So,
and my personal experience was I had the most couples looking for a third on Tinder. Not my vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Not my vibe. I wish there was a separate category.
Just
like
looking
for, yes. Because I have friends like that. I have really close friends or a friend who wants to just be that person, just wants to date a couple. Because then she can get spoiled, she can hang out with the girl, and she's bi-curious, and then she can hang out with the guy, and it's in theory, sounds great. I just want the one. I just want consistency.
Yeah, that always sounds like a nice idea. And then if everybody's not on the same page,
right,
and everybody's enthusiasm and sexual attraction level isn't the same, somebody gets hurt.
It's complicated.
And that always is tough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own. It's like cell phone carriers. Everyone's like, oh, fuck this company. I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the dating apps. Everyone's going to have their own experiences on them. So, but yeah, please, again, like we've been telling you.
I'm here for that. I'm happy that people came.
Yeah, let us know. And this is all in fun too. So, I mean, we're just sharing experiences that we're having. But it is nice to know. Like, I mean, I've had people that have met, on dating apps. And I've had friends that have like met on them, because like some it's for hooking up, and then sometimes it's just for chatting and friendship and stuff like that. So,
I had a couple people reach out to me that said that they met some of their most significant friendships and significant like relationships from Tinder.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say like 80% of my friends I probably met on dating apps or chatted with, or maybe even like Facebook and stuff, where like
social media,
any type of, like most of my friends that I've met. And, I mean, I have people that I haven't met yet that I'm just friends with.
Isn't that crazy? Think about how you have so many friends that support you. And like, there's a girl on the East Coast that I love and she's great and she used to do makeup. And I found her through like a makeup account, and like her and I DM and talk, and we've never met ever.
And
but,
if you hung out, cool. It would probably be like, it would just be crazy cool, because you just like,
well, you'd hope,
the
hope is that you have common interests and that, and that was like, but that's like Tumblr. Like back in the day, Tumblr was anonymous. So you couldn't even look up your friend. You could only go by names, right? So it wasn't like, and so there was a meme I saw a while ago that was talking about like, there's always like old screen names that you remember, and you're like, I hope that person is doing well. Like I hope Barbie 360 is, doing well.
Yeah.
30, 20 years. How long was
Tumblr, man? Tumblr used to be so good.
Tumblr was great.
It used to be so good.
And you could just have a blog post, and it was just your blog.
Your curated stuff. Also good with the pornos.
Which was nice. It was nice that you could have a combo of that.
Well, and I think what was nice about Tumblr is, all these porn companies kind of controlled porn and all that stuff. And then you kind of got into this like amateur, you could make your own stuff and people could put their own content out and have people follow them, and it didn't have to get funneled through big porn or whatever, and so and you could curate your own experiences, so you were just getting people that you liked, and Tumblr was so good. And then I think Yahoo bought them,
and ruined it.
Verizon I think ended up buying or something, and then it just went boom because they said they were getting rid of the pornos. And so all these people had all these friends and this community and all this stuff. And, you know, I could see it being kind of hard for these places to moderate those things. But like,
I mean, that would be
used to be the place to go online. And then now it's just nothing.
People don't even know what it is. That's like a girl at my work didn't know what AOL was.
That's wild.
And I was like, I feel so old.
Yeah.
What's AOL?
Yeah.
And I was like, there used to be a time where you had to, on one phone line, take up the whole fucking phone line.
Yep.
And use dial-up internet to get on AOL Instant Messenger to fucking click, clack, and write your friends or your crushes.
Yeah. Used to call people on the home line and it would be busy because the motherfucker would be
on the internet.
Which is crazy. Just how far, I mean, now you can literally look up
Our
anything
mom
you
used to
want.
know I was home because she would call home and the line would be busy.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she's on the internet.
Yeah.
Probably making her Myspace page for
Right.
the 8th hour in a row.
I miss MySpace.
MySpace was great.
It was great. You got to code your own web page and put music on it. But what was funny was you used to have that top 10 or that top 5.
Top 8.
Top 8.
It was a
bitch.
top
and
8.
You used to rank your friends.
Yes.
It's the funniest thing because you would put like your friends in order and they would know like who physically represent.
And that shit would you'd change it.
Yeah,
So you'd
yeah.
have a fight with your number 2 and 2 and 4 swapped.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was like the speed dial.
Yep. And you got
You know,
bumped. I
and
remember. And I remember looking at people's profiles of like, you know, like the popular girl at school. And I'm like number 8 on her profile. I'm like, bitch, I just made the fucking cut.
That's
I made it. I'm going to the sleepover.
It was just such a
so
wild
cutthroat.
west.
It was so cutthroat.
You could put music on your page.
You could have glitter banners
Yep,
and
yep.
photos and like.
It was really cool. I think I really like it. And then Facebook kind of took over.
Right.
But I think where people like Facebook was a little bit more simple.
Right.
And so what people loved about it was it didn't have all the things that MySpace had. And now Facebook sucks. I mean, Facebook's okay, but it's just like, yikes.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with like attention span. So
Yeah.
a lot of what does well now is TikTok.
Yep.
I mean, you can just be lost on TikTok for hours.
Oh my God.
I mean,
What is that called when you're on TikTok for 2 hours? Like,
and the girl comes up and she's like, "Hey, bitch, time to drink some fucking water and eat a snack." And you're like, "Oh my God, I've been on TikTok for fucking 2 hours. Fuck you. I'm going to keep going. I don't need water. I'm fine."
it is just wild. Well, and then again, it's curating this experience for you
Right.
because your time is valuable and they want your time. They want your watches and your views. But the thing with TikTok is it's funny shit. It's comedy.
It's a vortex.
It's like, oh, I didn't realize I could use a dustpan to get water out of my sink into a bucket. And you're like, wow, what a great life hack
shared
this is.
ideas.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
the
So I
shared
think
ideas from TikTok has been the
I was
coolest.
watching some bitch clean a jacuzzi.
Oh my God, and they put, is it the dishwasher
The
soap?
dish soap, yes. And I'm
yes.
like, why am I watching
Yes.
this lady? I don't even know.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's so fascinating.
Yes.
But it's all that. It's a mixture of everything. And your brain is just like, gimme.
You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say on TikTok. Miss Dutchy and those fucking acrylic cups, dude. I can't. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I am addicted, Miss Dutchy. If you are out there, pdExes, we love you because he's on the phone when I'm talking about how cool your cups are.
Always talking about
Yes.
ladies making
and she
cups.
does the fucking glitter. She got the fucking secret sauce. She's like, what color, bitch? And then you got people in the chats and she'll look and she's the cutest. And she'll look and she'll be like, hey, keep it nice in my comments. And I'm like, who's talking shit? Who's talking shit in here?
Yeah.
And she spins these acrylic and I'm mesmerized.
Yeah. It's wild. I've seen the craziest stuff on TikTok where I'm just like, why am I watching you open up Pokemon
ideas,
cards?
But I also don't feel like our brains
Yeah.
are meant to comprehend that much information.
That and also it's just like fast food for your brain. It's a really quick kind of fix. It's probably not healthy, but we do it
Damn.
anyway because it gives us the feelings.
Yes.
You know, and that's what our brain wants. Our brain wants the easiest, fastest. That's why we like fast food.
The fastest way to
our brain is like,
disassociate.
can I just have the partially digested food already, please? I don't want to be working through a salad for 5 hours.
Right.
Give me the paste.
Right.
Give me the McDonald's paste,
Give
please.
me them paste nuggets.
Yes, paste nuggets.
With the paste sauce.
Right.
With the
like,
glue.
Yeah, so your brain's really smart. And that's why it's like, bitch, you don't want to be going out and burning calories. We could just lay in bed all day.
Yep, you could
because
stay
you have a
under your weighted blanket
Yeah.
and you can watch your TikTok.
yeah. It just
And it's yours. It's curated for you.
Right.
So that's what's funny is like if you watch, you like one video about pimple popping.
Oh my God, I was just going to
and
say.
that's your whole fucking feed.
I love a pimple pop video. But I only like it in small doses. And the problem with it is if you start watching Pimple Pop, they're like, here's more. Here's a big ass cyst. I'm like, no, I just wanted to peek in a little bit. Like, can you just give me an option to just like, hey, I like a pimple pop.
That would be just watching the video, but not liking it.
But
watching
even then,
the video through the duration, I think, tells the algorithm you liked that video, but not enough to like it.
Yeah, but even then, if it starts feeding me the pimple pop videos and I start watching them, then it's like, oh, bitch, we got you.
As long as you don't like them,
I still will get it. If I stop on the video and watch it,
it'll still prompt you for more of them.
Yeah, and then I'm like, God damn it! And then I gotta stop. I gotta cut myself off because like sometimes I'm not trying to watch no pimple pop. You know what I mean? It's like a bot fly. Oh man, I love a bot fly video. Have you seen those when they pull it out a big ass fly from people's backs? I want a bot fly just so they could pull it out of my body. It's like so gross, but I'm mesmerized because they lay egg in your body and it's this big ass.
For those of you that aren't watching the video, my jaw has been fucking dropped for the last like 2 fucking minutes. Just in case I forget. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify,
Spotify, yes.
Spotify.
You know, like it's just I get mesmerized.
You know what I love? The chiropractor. The chiropractic videos where people are really good
too. Yeah.
And then there's this one girl who's all over social media. Her couple videos have gone viral, and she's like this really cute girl, and she was just like trying to like demonstrate like how to do chiropractic, and she had a bag of chips, and then she was just like crunching the chips up like that's like what it's like to get adjusted, and it's very much not. Those are good. I love those ones. Like people who have like the pain on the jaw, like the TMJ or whatever that is, and this chiropractor comes in and she's just like, count to 3, 1, 2, crack. And these people, you can actually watch these people are able to open their mouths. I watched a guy whose neck couldn't go back further than this.
Dang.
Yeah. And he's like, and then the chiropractor goes, your neck should go like this. and the guy went, and that was it. And then after the video, he was able to do like a full.
My arthritis stuff used to be so bad that I couldn't turn my neck. I unfortunately just started seeing a chiropractor because I've always been so scared that they're going to like fuck up my neck or my arthritis-y parts and stuff. But it's weird to watch somebody like be able to get motion back or feeling. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't want that, but I also like want to know what that feels like. You know what I mean? Like if your foot was asleep and all of a sudden you got the feeling back, like it seems like it's like pretty wild if you're like, oh man, I haven't been able to feel my legs that well, or part of my hand's been really numb, and then they crack your shit, like, and all of a sudden you're like, wow.
I lose feeling in my thumbs because I did Olympic weightlifting for a very long time where you have to hook grip a barbell.
Oh yeah.
So basically you're like, hi, thumb joint, I need you to hold 150 pounds over my head 95 times. Yeah. And so sometimes my like thumbs will lock up from doing that. Yeah. But you know, it was worth it.
Yeah. Well, TikTok. It's a vortex, a good vortex. We'll have to put content on there. So maybe you're watching this on TikTok right now. TikTok's the best. Keep watching. Watch all our videos. If you're going to be on there for 2 hours anyway while you're taking a poop.
Yeah. You can you can go down a vortex.
Yeah.
Where you get lost in someone's page. What was the last thing I watched? I watched this girl who's in the UK and she plays the organ. And it was like she was playing Interstellar on the organ that Interstellar was made from.
Oh, wow.
And she just was like, I couldn't couldn't resist myself. And at the end of the video or the clip, you hear the people on the stage are like, wow. And she turns around. She's like, you guys like that? Thank you. It was like really cool.
That's crazy.
Then I was in a vortex of this chick playing the organ for like an hour.
Wow. That's crazy.
You know the organ, you got foot pedals?
Yeah.
You got a foot solo. She's like, she river stomping, and I'm not kidding. In one of her videos, I got to find the name so we can credit her. But in one of her videos, she's doing a fucking little river dance jig, and she's doing a fucking solo, and she reaches up and she grabs her cup, and she takes a fucking sip of her coffee in this solo and sets the cup down, and then goes back in for the hands. And I was like,
wow. Okay,
the artistry.
I'm gonna have to check this out. Yeah, because I didn't know you could play some shit with your feet. That's crazy. Well, we talked about a lot of stuff today. I can't even remember what we talked about. Talked about guys coming into work. Talked about dick pics.
Dick pics, yeah.
We're a little divided. I think the great thing, some people have pointed out, Alexa and I are very kind of opposite on a lot of things, but we do have the similar ideas on a lot of things. But I do kind of find it funny because we are polar
opposites.
I'll be like, I love a dick pic, and she'll be like, I hate a dick pic. I'll be like, I love this, and she'll be like, I hate this. I find it kind of interesting.
I will say, I got to give a shout out. I did have a couple people tell me they loved a Taco Bell date.
Yes.
Me, however, don't you fucking dare, bitch. No. Now, if you wanted to like get Taco Bell and then go like do something after that and like sit under the stars and like have a cute moment.
Right.
Bitch, don't take me to fucking Taco Bell.
Del Taco. We have a Del Taco up here.
One.
Yeah.
And fuck, it's delicious.
Yeah, Del Taco is really good.
We used to go to the one in Cali when I was down there, and we would wait for like 45 minutes to go to this Del Taco. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I think it's because I don't know. I think it's because we don't have them around. You know, it's like In-N-Out.
Same as In-N-Out.
I think not having it, you're like, oh my God, it's so exotic. I have to get it. I don't have it. I think if I grew up with the Del Taco around, I might not enjoy it as much.
Because
I really do like Del Taco.
Miss Georgia Hardstark from My Favorite Murder.
Right.
She's been around. She's lived in Cali forever. She done been around Del Taco. As soon as her husband leaves, she's like, I'm going to Del Taco, and I'm going to be gross while he's gone, and I'm going to eat Del Taco.
Oh, Del Taco's great. Their hot sauce is really good.
Oh, yeah.
I love their fucking hot sauce. And the colors are different than Taco Bell's. So when you go, you're like, oh, shit, I don't want the black one because the Diablo's black. But then you get the Del Taco one, and it's hella good.
Different sauces.
Because I don't read. I'm only going off of colors. Different places got different colors.
But that's like if you've never had, okay, on the other side, because we probably have listeners in Cali, right?
Right.
If you have never had a fucking Taco Time.
Oh, yeah. Taco Time is so good.
And I feel like they might only have them in certain malls.
We have a few here. And then there's a few in Washington.
Treasured.
Yes.
Treasured.
Okay. The crisp burritos.
Yep. Any of them.
Crisp meat.
Any of them.
It's like a large taquito.
Yes.
And bitch, oh my God, they are so good. It's a big ass tortilla rolled up with beans or meat.
Or
combo. Yeah. And their hot sauce is really good. They got a hot sauce in the mouth.
It's like eating eating a fucking taco churro.
Yes.
And I know that's what the fuck a taquito is. However, it's to be able to walk around like this and eat it, fantastic.
It's flaky. It's almost like it's like if a croissant and a taquito had a baby, because like the outside is so crispy. And we used to have one in the mall that I work at, and it's not there anymore, and it's really sad.
Pandemic.
Yeah, and they do tater tots. Well, they had Mexi fries. I don't know if we call them Mexi fries anymore, but yeah, they had.
Are they allowed to call them that?
I don't know.
I think they do still call them that.
They might be the Mexi fries, but yeah, they were also really good. And yeah, every time I go to Washington, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta fucking get a Taco Time burrito. And the only downside is they are expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Everything is expensive. But like, man, I remember back in the day, you used to be able to get these burritos for like $1 each.
99 cents.
I'm like,
yep.
Wow.
And I remember we used to do that because mom and dad used to go when we'd go to the mall and they'd buy like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And you guys would get a couple and I would get one.
So good. Taco Time, if you want to sponsor us,
oh my gosh,
please.
Yeah, hot sauce,
please.
whatever.
Del Taco,
we'll
if you want to sponsor
any
us.
fast food, because apparently that's
any fast food. Yes.
I know. I say I won't eat in there. I'll still eat it. I don't have to go on a date in the establishment.
Yeah, I like fast food date, like we talked about before. I'm always down, but it depends. You know, we were talking about this earlier today, but like, you know, if you want to make a good impression on somebody, if you want to show that you're like, hey, bitch, this is what the level that I perform at, that I want to bring you into, you might not want to go to Taco Bell, you know?
But like I said, if we need to go do something before we go to a concert.
I'm talking about like first date, second date. You know what I mean? For me, bitch, you can take me to a Taco Bell. I don't give a fuck. But maybe if you're trying to impress a lovely lady, we might not want to do Taco Bell. We might want to do something a little bit better.
I can't tell you how many people told us that we were polar opposites.
Unless you're driving to Seattle. They got a taco time on the way to Seattle.
I should have had him stop on the way back and basically leave me there. I'd be like, hey, Ryan, he left me at taco time.
It's funny. Before you went up on your date, I did say, if you need,
yes, you did.
me to come get
I know.
you, I will come get you.
No, I made you tell me you would. I made you tell me you would because I said, hey, I'm going on this date.
Right.
If anything crazy happens, yes, because I was like, I need to know if anything crazy happens. I was like, will you come up there to get me?
I was like, I'll come get you, and you go, I'll buy you a Greyhound.
Yeah,
Either way.
You said, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to come get you. But I'm telling you now, I'm not going to come get you. I will buy you a fucking train ticket and you can take the train home.
Yeah.
Because when I was in the car leaving and I thought about getting out, in my head, I was like, bitch, you got a 7 a.m. workout class tomorrow with your favorite instructor at your Pilates studio. Right. You got to get your ass home and Ryan's going to pay for a train ticket.
Here's the thing. I think, it's 3-hour drive up and a 3-hour drive back. Mm-hmm. So what would be the point of me driving all the way up there 3 hours, when you could just get on a train and come home? You know what I mean? Or a bus or something. What was the point of you and Dad driving 6.5 hours to come get me from jail? Oh, my God. We'll save that for another day, but yeah. Alexa had a little oopsie. It wasn't her fault.
It was a little bit my fault.
We'll talk about this another day. It's just that we don't have a 2-hour-long podcast.
I mean, unless you guys want longer podcasts, please.
Yeah. Let us know. Yeah. I think we're trying to keep them at like 30 minutes.
Oh, fuck. What do we do?
But I mean, like, who knows at this point? We just start talking and get carried away. So
we appreciate you
I also
guys.
have to edit these together. And that also means I have to sit for an hour podcast. It means I have to sit and listen to that at least an hour to edit it together. And then all the times I have to watch it through.
Yes.
An hour-long podcast means I'm probably going to sit for 6 hours over the course of a week to just make sure it's perfect. You know what I mean?
So please make sure
please, taco time. Feed me.
No, I was gonna say, please like and subscribe.
Subscribe, all that dumb shit, or don't. Who cares? We're gonna do just fine. Again, if you want to reach out, pdExespodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, pdExes podcast@gmail.com.
We're going to start putting in hopefully some helpful tips in the info section again, resources. Mm-hmm. So if you have resources you want to send us that you think might be valuable to people, send them our way.
But we also want to know shitty dating stories.
Yes,
we've got a good one. We've got a good one to share.
Yep.
We've got a couple good ones, but
we think we'll have our first kind of write-in or ask Sally. Hey, no, it's more of a, hey, this is what happened to me. It's more like a tell Sally.
It should be like a, hey, besties.
Hey, yeah. And
here's the mystery beans for you.
Mystery beans. Yes, our first mystery beans submitter.
Well, basically, we have a write-in from my bestie boo, and I was basically involved in the whole situation.
I was there. Yeah, that's just crazy.
It was a crazy situation. Yeah. I have a long-distance best friend in San Diego, and...
Yeah, we'll get into that next week, next episode.
God bless.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, it also really sucks, but like I'm excited to kind of share that. So
she's not going to write in, so we still are looking for the first official write-in.
Oh yes. So
write in.
We got kind of a write-in / phone call. We did not actually get an email sent in. So if you want to be the first person to email us to talk about you on our podcast, please let us know, because we're just going to continue to bug you until somebody does it. Mm-hmm. That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all for this week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.